Suggs still visits, doesn't he, regularly?
Suggs visit when he's in Parkway.
Yeah.
Comes to the pub. You know, so...
Yes. Leave it there.
Other famous heads you've cut, what sort of haircut does Trevor McDonald always like? Do you give him a shave as well?
Sir Trevor McDonald.
Sir Trevor.
I start cutting his hair 1974 when he was a journalist. One Saturday morning, he stayed somewhere in Holloway at the time and get up in the morning and went to the newsagents and he wanted to shave. He got his newspaper and said to the newsagents where I can get a shave. And he used to be our client.
Nice.
He sent him round to me.
Brilliant.
So, and since then, he's never been anywhere else.
Why?
Nobody ever cut his hair except me until my son Errol start working with me. And if I'm on holiday,
He lets Errol have a go.
he lets Errol to cut his hair.
That's a big responsibility, Errol. Okay, we're in Parkway in the heart of Camden Town, behind a very special business. Now, this is OSSIE'S Barber's Shop. OSSIE'S Barber's Shop's been here for 22 years. Ozzy has cut hair since the age of 13. I'm afraid to say this is his last week. He's retiring. And now, what's so interesting about Ozzy? Ozzy came to London from northern Cyprus in 1970. He's originally of Turkish descent, and he settled in London and worked for 57 years. And his story is a story of migrating across Europe and building a life for himself in a new city and bringing something special to London. It is the end of an era. Ozzy has literally cut everyone who's anyone's hair in Camden. We're going to go in and see what he's got to tell us about it. Right, welcome to Ossie's in Parkway in Camden Town. Now, this place is legendary. Now, you might always wonder why Camden New Journal reporters are always so well turned out. It's because of this chap over here. We're going to go and have a chat with him and get his life story, hear about all the heads he's cut. Now, if we have a quick look over here first, though, Ozzy is known for being a bit of a gooner. And one of the things Ozzy's done, he has cut so many heads of hair for Arsenal players. Where have we got? Where's your Robin Van Persie picture gone? We got Robin Van Persie up here, also of Manchester United. Jack Wilshere. I'm not very good at this because I'm a Spurs fan, so I don't recognise half of these people. But let's go through some others. Stanley Johnson, the great Trevor McDonald's a regular.
Suggs.
Actually, that's David Gentleman.
David Gentleman. Yeah, lovely David Gentleman, the artist. I saw Suggs a minute ago. Where's Suggsy?
David. Next to David.
Next to David? Somewhere here?
Red t-shirt.
Red t-shirt. Oh, there he is. There's Suggsy from Madness. And that, in fact, actually, this picture is brilliant. There's Suggs having his haircut. Very handsome young man in that picture. That might be Ozzy's son. And then this is all the Madness boys lined up, waiting for their trims, reading an edition of your favourite local newspaper. How about that? What a great photograph. Anyway, let's go and have a word with Ozzy and his mate Dave. Now, actually, before we get started, I'm going to introduce Dave. Dave, hello, mate.
Good afternoon.
Dave, firstly, Evertonian from Holloway. How did that happen?
A long story, and we haven't got the time for it.
Okay, well, there you go. He's not a gooner. We're all right here.
No, I'm not a gooner, that's for sure.
When did Ozzy first cut your hair?
April 1973.
April 1970. See, this is thousands and thousands of haircuts, and you've been coming. That's 51 years of haircuts.
I know, it's a long time, and he still hasn't finished yet.
So, Ozzy, congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Now, you moved to London in
1970, I came in this country, 16 years old.
16 years old. Where did you grow up?
Cyprus, North Cyprus, village called Mehmetçik.
Right.
And I came this country in 1970 with my family in this country. Yeah. But I start in Cyprus 13 years old.
So tell me, you grew up in a little village in Cyprus, right, in the north of Cyprus,
yeah.
And you're a 13-year-old, and you decided you wanted to be a barber at that age?
Yep, I become a 13 years old apprentice, and 2 years after, I have my own shop, 15 years old.
Now, there's a story you told me once, of the many stories I've been told while sitting in this chair. There's a story you told me once about the first shave you ever did.
First shave I ever did, when I came to the shop first day,
This is as a 13-year-old, yeah?
lunchtime, my boss went to home for having lunch, and somebody walked in, he wanted a shave, and he wasn't from my village. He didn't know me. I start that day, and I showed him the chair, and I start soaping him up, and in the morning my boss sharpened all the razors. I watched him.
So like with a big leather strap sort of thing.
Strap and everything.
Yeah.
And I start shaving him. I put the Pepsi Cola box because I wasn't reaching him. So, and then I start shaving him. And my boss says, "Do you know this boy start today and he shaved you?" I didn't know, he says, but he done very well. He didn't cut me.
Brilliant.
So I carried on.
Amazing.
So as the story start like that. And of course, I was a young child. All the school children used to come to me, and I was busiest in the village.
Brilliant. What sort of money would you have been making back in the 60s in a village in Turkey, in Cyprus, cutting hair?
Well, I was earning much as the police or teachers.
There you go. So it was a good living. I'm just going to come around here so I don't get in the way. Sorry, Dave. He hasn't missed a bit, mate. He's all right.
As long as you don't say FC.
He's actually threatened to do that to me a couple of times.
Just a haircut and a shave, because we didn't even have electric in our village those days.
Right, so it was all using a cutthroat blade and a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
None of these newfangled razors things.
With the hand clipper like old ones.
Brilliant.
We did, so, and then when I was just before 16, we demand our family to come to London.
You had relatives in London, right?
Yeah, we had all my uncles, aunties, and they recommend if you come to London, we will have better future.
Brilliant. So it must have been quite a tough decision and quite an adventure as a 16-year-old moving to this big city. What was it like? What were your first memories of arriving?
Well, I came in this country with all my family because my dad used to work for British bases. So we have a British passport. So we came this country, no problem.
Your dad had worked as a caretaker on British bases in Cyprus, hadn't he?
Yes.
A maintenance man and things.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. He was doing. Anyway, so, and then I came this country and I start my village man in Wardour Street.
You started in Wardour Street, wow.
Wardour Street, yes. I worked with him for a year, and then because I couldn't learn English because I was talking to him Turkish,
Right.
I wanted to leave. I came to Holloway Road, 1973.
Now, this is a famous place in Holloway Road.
1973, I came and I cut this gentleman hair since then.
There you go. Dave walked into the Holloway Road premises. I'm getting in the way here.
73.
With hair down my back and came out with a lovely hairstyle.
Within our neighbourhood, I mean, I've lived in North London. I was actually born the year Ozzy first cut your hair, yeah? Just thought I'd drop that in. 1973 October, so you already had a wig trim, hadn't you?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had my hair cut by anything but a Turkish barber in North London. Why? Is there a sort of North London culture within the Turkish community that barber shops is something which...
Well, those days it was very fashion. I mean, it's easy job. You can do it. I mean, I didn't like studying. That's why I become a barber, and I am not sorry.
No, of course not. But also, I mean, you must have met lots of lovely people. Must be the kind of the personalities who come in, the people you meet.
Yeah.
Gets you up in the morning?
No problem. I have never used any alarm clock all my life. I get up automatically 6 o'clock every morning.
I've known this man for many, many, many years. Every time I've gone past, we've always had a smile, all the lovely words. When we moved into this place across the road, he was there for us, always helping us. We love you, and we're going to miss you terribly. We really are. I feel really choked.
God bless you. I'll see you on Monday.
All right.
1993, my children was growing up. My wife start coming to the shop full time, and I said, well, we can work together. I moved to Great Titchfield Street.
Ah, so you went down to the West End?
Yeah, great.
What was it like? I mean, was it a different sort of clientele in Great Titchfield Street?
It
Imagine
was.
So much regulars. So maybe people rushing off to the office and wanting to look smart, or
Well, I did build up very good clientele in 10 years there, but when the congestion charge came, it killed the business.
Right.
And then I sold it, and that time Parkway used to belong to one of my old assistants,
Right.
and he wanted to retire, and he says to me, come and take over my shop, Ozzy. And
So he offered you this place. That must have been a good 25 years ago, though, right?
22 years ago.
22 years ago. Wow.
22 years ago.
Tell me about life as a barber in Camden Town. Do you get asked to do any silly haircuts?
Well, we did some silly haircuts.
Wait till you see mine.
We done some nice haircuts. You know?
Any Mohicans?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yeah.
I've got this image of you having Alan Bennett in the chair here, and I imagine he must be a really interesting person to cut hair for because he is so full of stories.
Alan is a very quiet man, but if you talk to him about what he does, you don't stop him talking.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he is a very nice man.
Now, Ozzy, another thing, you probably won't like me bringing this up, but I'm going to. I know that Camden Town obviously has a historic issue with people who are homeless and live on the street, but you've actually, over the years, helped out scores of people who might need a bit of a brush up and a bit of TLC, right?
Yep, we did. Of course, we done a lot of charity works. People ask me to go and visit homes and do haircuts. I done it all that. So I am going to miss the people every day. I see people and I chat people.
Yeah.
But I have done 57 years cutting hair and 50 years in my own business. And I think it's time to give up my scissors and comb and pass it to my son.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely.
And I will have lot more holidays and lot more gardening.
Ozzy's a very keen gardener, and he's also, as well as providing a wonderful haircut, he'll give you advice on how to grow brilliant cucumbers. I have a cucumber farm thanks to this man. Yeah. Well, Ozzy, it's been a pleasure. We're going to miss you immensely. I feel quite emotional about this. Well, look, congratulations on a shift well done, mate, and on behalf of everyone at the New Journal and also everyone in Camden Town, thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's the last one.
That's a round of applause, please, for Ozzy. Thank you very much.
That's that.
Hey, there it is.
Last one.
The last one.
Eyebrows? No. Anything else for you, sir?
Thank you
Can I
very
offer you a wash?
No.
No? Pay your bill before you leave, please.
Boom, the baton's handed on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Come again.
Thank you very much.
Can I get
And
Bob?
this is where we officially put my scissors into his stand.
Brilliant. There you go. There you go. There you go. Can I have the father and son get up and have a cuddle?